All right, you sick fucks. Ready to dive into some seriously scandalous shit. Today we're going deep on Brigitte Macron. You probably know her as the wife of French President Emmanuel Macron. But honestly, you're here for the dirt, right? This lady's got a backstory that's wilder than a Parisian orgy.
Oh, yeah. We're about to go there. Get ready to have your minds blown. This is gonna get good.
So first things first, let's talk about the age gap. I mean, this woman is almost 25 years older than her husband.
It's crazy, right?
And get this, they met when he was her student.
Yeah, talk about forbidden love. They started dating when he was only 15 and she was his drama teacher.
Oh, man.
Can you imagine the parent-teacher conferences? Must have been awkward as hell.
Seriously.
This is some next level shit, right? But hold on. Before we get into the whole Mrs. Robinson thing, let's back up a bit.
Yeah.
Brigitte, born Brigitte Trogneau, comes from a family swimming in cash, thanks to their chocolate empire, Jean Trogneau.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them.
And get this, that shit's still running today, headed by her nephew.
Wow, so they're like chocolate royalty? Basically. They've been making chocolate since like the 1800s.
Damn, imagine the spread at the Elysée Palace.
Right. I bet they have a whole room dedicated to chocolate.
Fuck, I would just live in there.
But wait, it gets even crazier. So this lady Brigitte, she was a teacher for years, even at one of those super posh private schools in Paris, Lycée Saint-Louis de Gonzague.
Fancy.
And guess what? Some of her students were the sons of luxury tycoon Bernard Arnault.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
seriously?
Can you imagine telling that dude his kid is failing French?
That's gotta be scarier than facing down Putin. That guy practically owns France.
Okay, but let's get back to the juicy stuff. So Brigitte and Emmanuel, they met at a Jesuit high school. Lycée La Providence in Amiens. Brigitte was running the theater club, and Emmanuel was just a kid, 15 years old, and get this, classmates with her daughter.
You're kidding me. That's insane.
Seriously, can you imagine being her daughter? That's a whole other level of family drama.
Talk about a fucked up Thanksgiving dinner.
Obviously, when their relationship went public, the whole town went nuts.
I bet. People must have been losing their minds.
Right. It's not every day your teacher runs off with your classmate.
It's like something out of a movie.
It is like a movie.
Is he?
But hey, Emmanuel says it was true love. He even said their love was often clandestine, often hidden, misunderstood by many before imposing itself.
Sounds a little dramatic to me.
Yeah, it's giving Romeo and Juliet vibes.
More like Madame Bovary meets Lolita, if you ask me.
Damn. That's dark,
Yeah.
but you might be onto something.
It's France babyland of romance scandal and way too much wine. But anyway, let's not forget Brigitte wasn't always just Emmanuel's wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She actually tried to get into politics herself back in 1989.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. She ran for a seat on the city council in Amiens, her hometown.
So did she win?
Hell no. She got like 25% of the vote. It was a total flop.
Ouch. Maybe politics just wasn't her thing.
Yeah. Maybe she realized she was better off behind the scenes.
Pulling the strings.
Exactly. But her political ambitions were nothing compared to what was coming next. When Emmanuel decided to run for president in 2017, Brigitte was right there with him, every step of the way.
So she was more than just a supportive wife.
Oh, yeah. She was a key advisor, a confidant, a strategist. Some say she was the brains behind the whole operation.
Wow. A real power couple.
Like Bonnie and Clyde, but with less bank robbing and more, boring political stuff.
And way less bloodshed.
True. But even with all their power and influence, Emmanuel couldn't get Brigitte an official First Lady title with staff and a budget.
Why not?
The French public wasn't having it. Over 250,000 people signed a petition against it.
Damn. Talk about a slap in the face.
Yeah.
And didn't Emmanuel make a big deal about fighting nepotism when he got elected?
Yep. Seems like the rules don't apply when it comes to his wife.
Classic politician hypocrisy at its finest.
Okay. Let's move on to something a little more fun. Let's talk about Brigitte's style. Because damn, this woman knows how to dress.
I know, right? She's always so chic.
She's been called everything from a rock chick to a fashion icon. I personally think she looks like a cougar on the prowl.
Well, she's definitely got that Parisian chic thing down, and she's not afraid to take risks. Remember that time she wore that silver mini dress to meet the Pope?
Oh yeah, the Vatican was not happy about that.
But hey, at least she gets free clothes from Louis Vuitton, courtesy of her old pal Bernard Arnault.
Perks of being married to the president, I guess.
Free designer clothes and a private jet. Sign me up! But it hasn't been all glitz and glamour for Brigitte.
What do you mean?
She's been the target of some pretty nasty attacks, both online and in real life.
Oh yeah, being in the public eye can be brutal.
It can be relentless. She's had to deal with identity theft, death threats, and even protests where people were waving around inflatable lobsters to insult her.
Inflatable lobsters? What the fuck?
All right, it's bizarre. Apparently, it's a reference to her age and I don't even know. It's weird.
They're fucking weird.
No kidding. But seriously, it takes a thick skin to handle that kind of scrutiny. And let's not forget, she was already a mother of 3 before she met Emmanuel. She had a whole life before she became France's most controversial first lady.
And a messy divorce, too, right?
Oh, yeah. Her ex-husband was reportedly pretty pissed off when she left him for a teenager. Can you blame him?
Damn. It's got a sting. Okay, I think we've covered enough ground for now. Let's refill our wine glasses and come back for more juicy details about Brigitte Macron's scandalous life.
You know, it's crazy how much people freaked out about their relationship. The age gap. Like, it was the first time in history a younger guy got with an older woman.
Right. The media went nuts. They were all over the teacher-student sex scandal angle. But you know what's funny? Nobody gave a shit when it was the other way around. Like when an older dude hooks up with a younger chick.
Oh, totally. Double standards are alive. And oh, my friend, society loves to put women in a box.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to relationships. A man sleeps with a younger woman, he's a stud. A woman does it, and she's a predator.
It's such bullshit. But you got to admit, the whole former teacher marries former student thing, it's pretty messed up, right?
It's definitely tabloid gold. But let's not forget, Emmanuel was 18 when they got married. So legally, they were fine.
Yeah, legally, they're in the clear. But morally, that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Doc? Was it fucked up?
I'm not here to judge anyone's kinks, but power dynamics are a real thing. And in this case, Brigitte was definitely the one in power, you know, as Emmanuel's teacher. Whether or not that influenced their relationship, who knows?
Yeah, and let's not forget she was classmates with his daughter. I mean, come on. That's just weird.
Seriously, imagine those therapy bills.
I bet Brigitte's daughter brought her boyfriend home one day and was like, hey, Mom, doesn't he remind you of someone?
Okay, stop. That's too much. I'm going to have nightmares.
But for real, the whole thing is just creepy, even if they are soulmates or whatever.
Yeah, soulmates, right?
And she divorced her husband for Emmanuel. That had to be a messy breakup.
Can you imagine the holidays with that family?
Pass the gravy. But don't mention the ex-husband, who's like 20 years younger.
Seriously.
Okay, enough about their personal lives. Let's talk politics. Brigitte might not have an official title, but she's got more power than most politicians.
Oh, absolutely. She's the ultimate political wife. Smart, stylish, knows how to work a room, and let's be real, she understands the French people way better than Emmanuel ever could.
And she's got all those connections. Remember those rich kids she taught? She probably has their numbers on speed dial.
I bet she's got the Pope on speed dial after that outfit incident.
True. But seriously, Brigitte's influence on French politics is undeniable. She's been a major force behind Emmanuel's policies, especially when it comes to education and women's rights.
She's like his secret weapon.
Or maybe not so secret.
Right. And let's not forget her fashion. This woman is a style icon.
She could wear a trash bag and make it look good.
It's that French je ne sais quoi. She's always impeccably dressed. And she's not afraid to take risks, which I kind of admire. Remember that red leather dress she wore to the Elysée Palace for the first time?
Oh, yeah. It was like she was saying, I am here, I'm fabulous, and I don't give a fuck what you think.
Exactly. She's not afraid to break the mold, which is pretty refreshing in the world of politics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
But not everyone's a fan of hers.
Oh, of course not.
She's been criticized for her lifestyle, her ties to the fashion industry, and, you know, her unconventional relationship.
Yeah, she's a polarizing figure, for sure.
But you know what? I kind of love that about her. She's not afraid to be herself.
Yeah.
Even if it pisses people off.
She's a badass.
Absolutely. A force to be reckoned with. I'm excited to see what she does next.
Me too. She's proof that age is just a number, and you can be powerful, stylish, and controversial as hell, all at the same time.
And she's living proof that you can marry your high school teacher. Not that I'm recommending it.
Definitely not recommending it.
But hey, whatever floats your boat, right?
Exactly. Speaking of boats.
Uh-oh.
Okay, maybe not. We're running out of time, and we haven't even gotten to the inflatable lobsters.
The lobsters. I almost forgot. We'll dive into that bizarre story after a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is about to get weird. Okay, you crazy bastards. We're back, and it's time to uncover the final layer of this French onion of a story.
I'm ready. Hit me with it.
Let's talk about the inflatable lobsters. Remember those?
Oh, God. The lobster. How could I forget?
It's like something out of a fever dream. So for those of you who haven't witnessed this spectacle, picture this yellow vest protest. Paris is a total shit show. And suddenly, these giant inflatable lobsters start popping up everywhere.
It was surreal, like a scene from a bad acid trip.
And get this, The lobsters were specifically targeting Brigitte
Yeah. What was that all about? Why lobsters?
because the internet is a weird and wonderful place, my friend.
Yeah.
Apparently, some brilliant mind decided that lobsters are a symbol of old age, and that Brigitte, with her thing for younger men, was some kind of lobster queen.
That's so fucking random.
I know, right? But hey, who am I to judge? I once spent a whole day watching videos of cats riding Roompas.
We've all been there. But anyway, the lobster thing became a meme. And suddenly, Brigitte was the poster child for aging cougars everywhere.
You know what? I actually feel kind of bad for her. Imagine being the butt of a national joke because of your age and your relationship.
Yeah, that's gotta be rough.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to be taken seriously as the First Lady of France.
Talk about a PR nightmare.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe she secretly loves it. Maybe she throws lobster-themed parties at the Elysée Palace.
Please stop. I'm getting disturbing images in my head.
Okay, enough with the lobsters. Let's wrap this up. Brigitte Macron, fashion icon, political powerhouse, cougar queen, and apparently a lobster enthusiast.
She's a walking contradiction, that's for sure. But that's also what makes her so fascinating. She's not your typical First Lady. She's not your typical anything. She's Brigitte. And she does things her way, no matter what anyone thinks.
She's a total badass, a trailblazer, a big fuck you to anyone who says you can't have it all.
And let's be real, she's living proof that sometimes the best revenge is a killer wardrobe and a hot younger husband.
Amen to that. So there you have it, folks. The wild, weird, and utterly captivating story of Brigitte Macron. She's an enigma wrapped in a Louis Vuitton dress, riding on the back of a giant inflatable lobster.
And that's the kind of deep dive you can only get here on The Deep Dive.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and don't forget to embrace your inner lobster.